Okay, so this is if you watched uh, things I noticed in my first day in Japan. I'm so tired right now. Like I literally just did that video and I was like, "What the heck was that video called?" Although technically I don't know what I titled it, but that's what it was about. Things that I noticed. At the end of that, I was like, "I'm just gonna do a random little rant video because I'm so tired. I'm in a weird state of mind where that seems to make sense to me, even though it's a dumb video idea." But um, I was talking about something. Oh yeah. So the whole Wi-Fi situation that I'm dealing with currently, that's super annoying, is that man, my head is super shiny. I'm gonna do that. um, oh crap. Maybe that's my train of thought. Stupid shiny head. Um, oh, the Wi-Fi thing. So I was mentioning that I had to have it sent to a store. That's where the whole issue came from, where me traveling around for like 4 effing hours, and then I finally thought I got to the right store. It was like, oh, that's not the right one. Um, it was a Lawson's, and I wish I could have just had it sent to the one. There's one like right if I go down like 2 blocks and then make a right. There's one that's there, but because all the information was in Japanese, it was like you could pick any store that you wanted in within the country. And I was like, man, I wish I could read Japanese because I would have just picked the store. I'm like, I'm just walking straight to the hotel. I literally go right past it and it's like, hey, I'm picking up my little Wi-Fi router deal. Pick it up and then boom, I'm here. Excuse me, and that would have been great. I really wish I could have done that. I also wish I could have just picked it up at the airport and that it was, excuse me, a 24/7 type of deal, or at least maybe not 24/7, but 7 days a week type of thing. Which I'm surprised is not, especially considering the Wi-Fi router thing. I think is way more. I mean, I could be wrong, but I would assume the Wi-Fi router stuff is way more akin to, like, hey, this is a Wi-Fi router, mostly due to people coming from other countries. So it's like this thing is akin to tourism. Like it's like that's it's one and the same. Like I don't think people who live here are gonna be buying Wi-Fi routers to go across the country, and they totally could because cell service and stuff like that. So it's totally possible that you would do that just so you have data out there, Wi-Fi calling stuff like that. But it just seems weird to me. I'm like, well, if I'm picking it up at the airport, it just seems so odd to me that it wouldn't be like a set thing that you could pick up, like it would, like, because it's completely related to the post office. Like the post office is closed on the weekends, so that's why I couldn't just have mine sent to the airport and then just pick it up while I was there and then just boom, shot here, everything would have been done. And if that were the case, I probably would have gone out and like checked stuff out today even. um so that sucked. I was like, man, that blows, because that was like, I think that was last week actually when I really figured that out. I think it was like last weekend, and I was like, crap, I can't actually order this thing because I was going through Expedia, and they don't actually check anything. They just reserve stuff, and then you deal with the actual company. For anyone who hasn't dealt with Expedia like that, which this was my first experience with it, where it'd be like, you check availability for stuff, and then it'll be like, okay, you booked this thing, and then you talk to the actual people about it. Like I booked a go-kart, the Mario Kart go-kart thing. It's not Mario Kart because they got sued for that. It's just go-kart. It's a go-kart tour around Tokyo. And so I booked it, and then I think I had, okay, so for that one, you don't set the date, you just set the hour, you set the day and how long you want it to be. But it doesn't tell you like this is unavailable or this is available or stuff like that. Like it says check availability, but it doesn't ever come up as like, oh, you can't do this one on this day, or you can't do this, or you can't do that. It's just like, yeah, you pick it, and then the company is like, oh, you can't actually do that day. So that was kind of my weird, annoying experience with Expedia. Then I found that out with another thing that I'm doing too, and I just went through the actual company that time because I was like, I looked at their dates and like every day was reserved except for Tuesday. And I was like, if you go on Expedia, it's just all wide open. Like you can just book it, and then it'll be like, cool, you paid the money up front, and then the company's like, yeah, well, that's actually not open. Like Expedia doesn't actually check that stuff. So I thought that was kind of annoying when I found that out. Where you can book stuff and technically it won't be available, even though it says like, check availability. They don't actually do that. They just say like, yep, this is the normal stuff that's wide open. Just book it. And then the company would be like, hey, you can't actually do that. And then you have to cancel it and wait. Apparently like 5 days is the thing, because I did cancel something with the Mario Kart stuff, go-kart stuff. I don't know, I did that for go-kart, but just the go-kart stuff. And I had to like wait 5 days because they they had already, Expedia had taken the money out. So it was one of those weird little things. But yeah, because of that experience and going through that, I just assumed the Wi-Fi stuff was, anytime I wanted to get it, I was like, oh, I'll just, get this and it would be good to go. And then I actually like looked it up and like went onto the website and it was like, yep, this is closed on the weekends because it's sent through the post office. It's not like that company has its own station in the airport. They just send it to the, the post office within the airport. So that being closed, I had to send it to the store. And then the whole Japanese thing where it was like, oh crap, I can't read kanji. So I couldn't have it sent to the store that's like right up the street. I had to have it sent somewhere else, which still don't know where the heck that store is now. Thought I did. I'm going to have to find a way to get to the station. I have like everything that's important. I snapshotted it on my phone when I was at the airport. I was like, all right, I'm not going to have Wi-Fi. So I just took pictures of like every single thing. I was like, I took pictures of the info for here, like how to get here. Because there's like a little map for after you get out of the station, like where to walk to, because I walked too far. So I actually had to walk back and be like, okay, well, this number correlates to this restaurant or something. And that's how I had to actually find the place. So I took pictures of all of that, all the addresses, all that information. And so now I have to figure out how to get to the station where the actual Lawson store is, which I don't believe I saw. Maybe I passed it because I was like, at this point, 4 hours later, it was like right before I got here, I was at my final station before coming here, or to the station that leads me to here. And I was looking at the map and I was like, okay, where is this name that I was looking for? And I'd seen it earlier, which may have been it was when I was at the airport. So I think that was on a different line technically. Although Google, well, I guess it technically had the wrong address the whole time. Google was the one that was telling me to take a specific line, but I did see the name somewhere today. I saw the actual name for where I was supposed to go, and it says on the info that they gave me and it's only got one stop anyway, so it should technically be easy to figure out once I know where I have to go. But for now, it's just up in the air, and I can't really check because of the whole weird Wi-Fi situation where I don't have, of course, the Wi-Fi that I need to go get, and then the Wi-Fi here doesn't work because it doesn't exist. I shouldn't say it doesn't work. It's just non-existent. Like, it's supposed to be one per room, which is even in like the little pamphlet thing. And I'm like, of course, that's just the weird crap that happens to me, where it's like all this time I went searching around for the Wi-Fi and I'm like, all right, screw it. I'll get to the hotel. I'll have Wi-Fi there. That'll allow me to do some research, figure out where I need to go to get my little portable Wi-Fi thing. Then I get here and it's like no internet. And it's like, what the heck? And I think every single room has its own internet as well as its own access code. So, because I did try, I was like, well, is it all the same access code? And that is not the case. So I was like, well, I can't get on someone else's Wi-Fi in one of the other rooms. I'm just kind of stuck here with nothing. So I gotta figure that out tomorrow as well, because the only place that I know has Wi-Fi is the airport. So unless I get back on the train and then shoot back up to the airport just so I can have some Wi-Fi, I'm kind of screwed, which I might do anyway, just so that I can figure out where to go to actually get my little Wi-Fi router, which I kind of wanted to do today because that's what I paid for. So yeah, that's a little crappy experience there. This is actually a perfect topic for a rambling video. It's a good ramble as far as I'm concerned. Just my random rambling gripes about my first day in Japan. As much as I enjoyed it, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I was on the train coming back, when I took the first wrong train and I was just riding it back, just looking at everything, it hit me. I was like, I'm in Japan. Like I'm in Tokyo right now. Like I'm on the other side of the world. And I was like, holy crap. Like it just really hit me, and I was like, man, that's a big thing for me. I've never been this far away from home. I've never been in Japan. That's really it. It's like, who cares how far away from home I am? I'm where I want to be. Like I've always wanted to be in Japan, and now I'm here for a week, and I've got a bunch of stuff set up. Tomorrow and Monday are kind of just my free rain days, so that's going to be like, Akihabara and Shinjuku, kind of just going downtown Tokyo and just looking at everything, and also figuring out where everything is, because a lot of the stuff I'm doing is all within the same radius, so that'll actually help me out like quite a bit. And I'll be like, okay, I can see this place. I'll kind of recognize where this is, and be like, all right, that's how I get there when I go, and have to get all my stuff that's already been scheduled. I'll be like, there's that thing. I'll just have to remember that. So that'll be good. That'll be good for me to kind of get accustomed to the area. So when I'm doing all my actual reserved stuff, it's just like, okay, I'm here, boom, it's like right over there, and I'll already have known because I'll just be wandering around looking at everything. So that should be fun. Very excited to go to Akihabara. Like, I can't wait to go to Super Potato. That's like the one thing I'm like, it's all video game stuff, retro video games. All I want is to find a Resident Evil Samurai Edge gun replica. That's like the big thing. I'm like, if I can find that, that's like my one purchase. That, for me at least. Everyone's been like, all right, you got to bring back this. You got to get me that. My aunt wants something. Well, she didn't say she wanted something. My grandmother said she wanted something. My grandmother said she wanted a magnet. My boss at work said if I happen to come across anything Snoopy related, because she loves Snoopy, like if I can get that for her and she'll just pay me back. I of course have to get something for my little cousins. A friend of mine, she wants something because she's huge into Hello Kitty, so I was like, come to the source and get like the rare stuff. So have to figure that. I'll just have to ask her because I'm not gonna search. Like, I don't know what counts as rare or not, because there's like a trillion Hello Kitty things. So she'll just have to be like, just get this specific thing, because I'm like, I don't know what is or is not rare for that. But people want stuff, so there's a lot of other things to get for other people. But oddly enough, I don't think I'm actually gonna buy much of anything. I was like, if I don't find that replica gun, it's like, okay, I'm not gonna be buying a Virtual Boy. As cool as it would be to have like an old school console, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I don't want a Virtual Boy. I mean, it's bad on your eyes. That's like the whole thing, is like it destroys your eyes. Like, that's why it didn't work. So as cool as it would be as a novelty, I'm not gonna get that. Even if I see it, I'm not gonna buy it. There's not much in the way of figures that I can think of where I'm like, holy crap, unless it's maybe the Play Arts figures. If there are a couple of those where I can find them for like insanely cheap, I'll probably get some of those, because I've always loved the Play Arts Kai figures and stuff like that. Excuse me. And I only have one, and it's for Sakura from Super Street Fighter 4. And that's it. I don't know why it's specifically Super Street Fighter 4, but even like on the case it says like Super Street Fighter 4, because she's in the base version of that game. But that's the only one that I've ever bought, and it's because she's my favorite character in Street Fighter. So I was like, I have to get that. But if I find one that's just like insanely great, I'll probably have to pick it up. Like, I don't plan on buying any full-on Japanese manga or anything like that. Like, I have no plans to do any of that stuff. So it's actually kind of funny. I'm like, I'm really coming here more to see stuff than I am to actually buy anything. Like, it's not really a souvenir place for me. It's really just it's more for pictures. It's more to just like be here and see the stuff that I've always wanted to see, rather than buy anything that I can't get back home. So it's actually kind of funny. Like, of all the stuff that I love that's made in Japan, coming here is like, I don't really plan on buying that much unless I see like just some crazy thing that hits me where I'm like, holy crap, I need to have that. No plans. Like, outside of that gun, if for whatever reason I came across like a replica of the Cerberus from Devil May Cry, which is like a 3-stick nunchaku, other than that, I'm like, those are only two things. Like, there's nothing else. It's just like event stuff and going to specific cafes. Like, I'm going to the Resident Evil cafe. I have to figure out where the heck that is, but can't wait to do that. Like, that's definitely on the list of things to do. So I'm gonna get that done before I go. I'm most likely gonna do a maid cafe. I'm not like super interested in doing it, but it's almost like I have to do it just while I'm here. So probably gonna end up doing that as well. But yeah, this is a good ramble. Things I didn't enjoy, things I'm looking forward to enjoying, unpacking and figuring all that stuff out. But yeah, the other thing I have to figure out is like the trash. They're like very strict on trash, so I have to like look. I think every time I do trash, I'm gonna have to look and see, because I'm gonna have like food and stuff that I buy to like store in the fridge and stuff, because I actually have a microwave too, so I'll be able to buy stuff to just have here to keep for whenever I'm not going out, or if it's like insanely late. So that I'm gonna have to look into, and it's like very specific on the trash, and the trash even has like its own code to put in the trash bin, and then you lock it back up. And I was like, man, that's super intense, which I find odd that it would have to get locked up. I wouldn't think anyone would be like stealing out of the trash, but there's probably more for animals than anything else. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I was like, man, it's like a code for the trash bin and everything. But yeah, that's my rambling video for today. For Japan, we'll see if I have another one, have any more throughout the week. If a bunch of stuff just goes wrong, I'll have some rambling videos. But I think this will probably be it. day one in a new place tends to be like that. It tends to be more work than it does fun. Like that's generally the first day of any place that you travel to, specifically travel. If it's not like I'm traveling for a wedding or I'm traveling for this specific event, it's you just kind of figuring it out. It tends to kind of be like that unless you already know. Like if it was, if I was in like a normal hotel or something that had like shuttle service or anything, it probably would have been a lot easier. The fact that I couldn't get the Wi-Fi at the airport, I had to go somewhere else, and then of course it wasn't there, so that just sent it through the roof on difficulty, and definitely on annoyance more than anything else. But yeah, it'll be fun tomorrow, and I think right now the ultimate debate is what the heck do I do? Like, do I go out and get some food? Do I wait? I mean, I guess I can always go, the convenience store, like I said, is 24/7. I think that was in the last video, but I think I can do that and I'll be totally fine. I could, at least get some snacks. I don't think I'll get like a full meal or anything like that, which is, when you travel, especially being on the flight, it was super weird. I was like, man, it's so weird the way everything was paced out, because I think I ate a little bit of breakfast, or I don't think I ate breakfast at all. Oh no, I did eat breakfast. I ate breakfast before I got on my first flight, because I left from Detroit to Toronto before Toronto to here. So I went to, I think it was Champs. I went to Champs, and I got an omelet, which seemed like it took forever for them to make. I was kind of freaking out a little bit by the time it finally got there, because I was like, they're boarding. I think I had like 10 minutes or something like that. And that was before I went to the currency exchange. So I was like, crap, I gotta like eat this thing and do currency exchange, which didn't take any time at all. But at the time I was worried. I was like, well, if there's a line or just anything, like if there's not enough money and she has to go get money, because I wanted to transfer like everything. And I was just like, crap, I gotta like hurry up and do this. And there weren't a lot of people, and I just thought it was so weird that it took so long to make an omelet, even if it did have 3 meats in it. I was just like, man, it just seems so odd to me that took. It seemed like it took so long. It seemed like it took as long to make that as it would like a normal large meal. And it was a decent sized omelet, but I was still just like, it's still just meat. Like, you just heat up the meat by itself and, kind of chop it up a bit. And I was just like, I don't know. For some reason, it seemed like it took forever. It took like almost 20 minutes or, 15, 20 minutes to get that omelet. And there weren't a ton of people in there either. It's not like it was super crowded or anything. I think there was maybe 3 people total that ordered food before I ended up doing it. Maybe 4. And it was, like I said, I just thought it was so insane. I was like, man, this omelet seemed like it just took forever to make. So that was like my one little thing. I ate that. And then on the flight, they gave us 2 different meals. So we got one early on, and then they would kind of shoot through and do, they did water a bunch, like, hey, he was thirsty and stuff like that. And then towards actually, no, we got 3 things. First time I got like, it was like steak, rice, and noodles. And that was pretty good. And then the second time I actually did cup ramen, which I was like, okay, that's cool. I love ramen. Cup ramen is super duper basic, and it was literally chicken noodle, chicken noodle soup ramen or chicken noodle ramen. So it wasn't like an explosion of flavor. I was like, oh, okay, it's chicken noodle soup. It's fine. It tastes fine, but nothing spectacular or anything. And then the third meal was one was rice pudding, and you got to choose. And I chose the other one, which I believe was, it was an almond something, and I don't think there was a single almond involved. It was like an omelet, and there was nothing in the omelet. It was just an omelet, and chopped it up. The egg, it was good. It was seasoned well. I was like, oh, this is interesting. I wasn't expecting that when she said like their choice was almond whatever it was, and then like rice porridge. And so I was like, well, I'll go with almond. I think I was curious what it was gonna be and taste like, and then it was like, well, this is kind of weird for it to be called, almond whatever, and it was just like an omelet, and then there was like potatoes and some other stuff in there, like onions and some sauce or whatever. I ate the potatoes, ate the egg, didn't deal with the onions because I don't like onions, and it was fine. And that was the third meal of the trip here. So that was that. I think that's pretty much it. The trip itself was fine. Currently dealing with the the time. There it is. It's time difference. So that started to catch up officially now, which is perfect because it's getting to be 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, which is when I normally would go to sleep. So that plus the additional lack of sleep that I had in general kind of balances out. So it's like, okay, I might just drop and it'll kind of be okay. I'll hope, get up in the morning, just shoot to the convenience store and get something really quick, and then kind of figure out life, figure out the day, and my reflective, shiny head. But yeah, that is everything for now, at least. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do, but thanks for checking out this super long rambling video. I feel like this was incredibly long, so thanks for kind of suffering through it. I'm picking up all these remotes. I picked up like the the heater remote, and then I was about to pick up the TV remote. I'm like, neither of these are right. Plus, I can't even use this because I'm using my phone, so I'm like, there's no point in any of that. But thanks for checking this out. Like I said, this is where you get like weird stuff for me when I'm like super tired. I don't mind doing crappy rambling videos. Because most of the time when I do these videos, I'll do it and then I'll just redo it and make it shorter. But when I'm super tired and it's just like gritty. Like sometimes when I ramble, it's just like I have a lot to say. And this is like, I'm just defeated right now. I'm just tired and annoyed. Especially the internet. The internet not working here is like the cherry on top of a crappy sundae. The crappy spoiled cherry on top of a crappy spoiled sundae. All that traveling to not get the Wi-Fi thing, and I'm like, all right, I'll figure it out when I get to the hotel. Use that Wi-Fi to get the what I assume is going to be better Wi-Fi, and then it was like, nope, it's just not here or something. So hopefully that'll get solved tomorrow. I really hope that it's not like some weird thing and it's just I don't have internet here, because that would be super bad. Because then I have to go somewhere else and do a bunch of research to figure out how to go somewhere else so I can get my freaking Wi-Fi, which I'm already paying for. That's another thing. I'm paying for it for today, and I won't get to use it because I'm not going to be able to find that store. So there's that. And plus, I can't look it up, but I don't remember when the trains stop. So I'm definitely not going to take that chance. But thanks for checking this out. If you guys have any comments, of course, please put them down in the comment section below. Content, will hopefully be way better. That's the plan. So just have great, Tokyo-based, Japan/Tokyo-based content. Definitely gonna have good pictures. I can never promise on the video element, because I never record as much as I really want to. Like, I'm the type of person that's like, I want to record and have cool videos for you guys, but I always end up kind of just enjoying the moment. I know I'm gonna have some great stuff from some of the things that I do video-wise. Like, I plan on doing like 4K for like the Robot Cafe. That's gonna be a 4K video. I can tell you that right now. Like, I'm planning on doing that like as best I possibly can, because I'm excited for that, and I think I need to do that in 4K so it looks as best as it possibly can. The go-kart stuff, I'm hoping will be good. I realized when I was on the plane, I was so mad. I forgot all my GoPro stuff. Like, I have my GoPro, and I have like my little handheld thing. I forgot all the little stuff, so I don't have like my helmet thing. And the main thing was like the chest cam, so I could just have it on my chest while I was driving. And I don't know if they have that set up. I know they give you materials and stuff like that, so I'm hoping that they just have that at least, and they'll just be like, oh, you can use it for free since you have your own GoPro. They won't like force me to pay whatever just to put on like the single piece since I'm using my own actual camera. But either way, I'm going to be recording that, so if they have a piece, that would be fantastic. The footage would be much better. But if not, I'm at least going to be carrying around the little thing. Like, I won't do that in 4K. I won't do that with my big camera, just because it would be such a hassle to drive and have like, actually, I'd be using this if I was going to do it. I'd use this. So it would be a hassle, like, driving and doing this. Plus, the video would, the footage would be like that all the time. So probably wouldn't look that great anyway. But I'm going to hopefully figure something out for that. Maybe that'll be one of the things as I go around. I plan on going there anyway, because I actually have a question for them if they will let me wear my little plush helmet that I want to take. I don't know if they'll allow it or not, but hopefully they do. I would love to do that. If not, I'm planning on going to Ikebukuro and wearing it there and getting some silly pictures. If you're into anime, you probably know what the helmet looks like. If not, hopefully I'll have some pictures. And if not, you'll see it at some point. It'll be in one of the videos. I'll be like, I wanted to do this, and I'll at least show it off. But I'll leave that mystery for the end of the week or whenever it ends up happening. But thanks for checking this out. If you guys have any comments, please put them down in the comment section below. Like I said, hopefully much better, definitely better content, at least for the Robot Cafe, guaranteed better content down the line for this week. But we'll see how much of it is great. You'll get some really great pictures. I can tell you that if you want to check out my Instagram, you'll see a ton of pictures. Video wise, I just don't know how epic it's really gonna be, but there's gonna be some great pictures, so definitely look for that on my Instagram. So like I said, if you guys have any comments, please put them down in the comment section below, and of course, thanks for watching.